Hey, I often get asked this question. What's the best strategy for growing a law firm? It's a good question, but it's a wrong question. And here's what makes it wrong. Because the answer is it really depends on what type of a law firm you're looking to grow. So a better question would be, what is the right strategy to grow my law firm? And that strategy is going to depend on your business model and your dream and your exit strategy. What is the dream? What are you trying to accomplish with this law firm? Are you looking to get to the point where you can sell it, for example, for $10 million and walk away? That's a dream and an exit strategy in one statement. Now, what is your business model? Are you looking to grow a small law firm, a medium law firm, or a large law firm? Assuming that most of you who are watching this video are aiming to grow a relatively small law firm or medium size. So for example, let's say that you're looking to accomplish annual revenues of $10 million, right? That would be considered a small or maybe mid-sized law firm. That's part of your business model. And also, what niches do you serve? That's another part of your business model. Depending on what niches you pick, or niche you pick, you are going to either go to the market and try to find clients, or clients are going to come to you looking for services to get. I think most lawyers fall into various niches, not by design, but by default. So for example, while in law school, you start working for a law firm that does IP, and you're like, I like IP. I'm going to stick with IP. Well, there's not that much demand for law firms that do IP as there is, for example, for criminal defense. And for criminal defense, there aren't as many people looking for criminal defense lawyers as there are for personal injury attorneys. And criminal defense cases, on average, those that are state cases, pay quite a bit less than personal injury cases. And even federal cases may pay substantially less than significant personal injury cases. These are just a couple of examples. Estate and probate, there is even less search. Even fewer people are looking for lawyers that do estate and probate cases than there are for criminal defense cases. So you have to weigh all of those things in your business model. I know you probably have not thought about it when you were starting your law firm, but it's never too late to think about it. So if your goal is to build a $10 million in revenue law firm, or 20 million, or 30 million, or 40, 50 million, is you have to look at it and say, like, well, what services do we provide and who do we provide it to in order to get there, right? You as a CEO of a law firm do not need to stay married to any particular niche. You can pick and choose those that serve your business best. While you may not be able to make a shift or to pivot, as we call it, overnight, it may take you some quarters or maybe even years to make that shift. You should still always care about the top line of the business, the revenue, and the bottom line of the business, and look at which niches are going to deliver that top line growth and bottom line growth as fast and as easily as possible. So for example, if you're looking to grow a $50 million in revenue law firm, going after estate and probate cases alone will make it incredibly challenging. If you're looking to offer a slew of different or work for a number of different types of consumers, for example, you may cover criminal defense and bankruptcy. I don't recommend bankruptcy, but if you do, you can do bankruptcy and criminal defense and estate and probate and criminal defense, I already said that, and personal injury and a number of other things like immigration law, right? And all of those niches are going to pay differently for the amount of effort put in. You may say that for us to get to our top line goal, we need to average $400 per hour billable rate or overall rate. Well, how do you do that? You pick the right niches that will get you the most amount of revenue per hour invested into that revenue. That's how you think when you're a CEO. When you're just an attorney, and I'm not trying to diminish the value of what attorneys do at all, it's just different level of thinking. CEO of a law firm versus an attorney. CEO of a law firm is really focused on the best and highest use of each hour, whereas an attorney may be focused on, well, I want to practice this or I want to practice that, right? May not be quite as focused on growing the business. So you have to think about, once again, what is your dream when you're thinking about the strategy, right? What is the business model? What niches you're serving? How much demand there is for each one of those niches in your geographical markets? And based on that, you're going to come up with the right growth strategy for your law firm. But something that is very common, regardless of what type of practice areas you focus on, is that growth will come from getting more and more valuable clients. So growth strategy, once you figure out what your business model is, who you serve, what services you deliver, then you look at, well, how do we get the most number of valuable clients for each one of those practice areas that we focus on. So now we're talking about marketing and how do we convert the most of those incoming prospects into actually paying clients, and that's sales. So ultimately, your growth will be focused on all of these aspects, but the common denominator is going to be marketing and sales. Do all of this, think about all of those things, consult a consultant, somebody who really understands your business. By the way, you can reach out to my firm and we will help you understand, just for example, how much demand there is for various practice areas in your geographical markets. So to help you make a better decision for growth of your law firm, like which niches should we focus on? Well, there's a lot more search for this niche, and this niche in your markets. And you can say, okay, I am going to get associates who are going to specialize in this, this, and this, right? Once you do that, well, then magic will start happening. Over a course of a few quarters, maybe a couple of years, your law firm will start transitioning and becoming a valuable business asset rather than just a job that you have within a law firm. The one caveat, learning these things and implementing these things will put you outside of your comfort zone. This is not easy for attorneys. So you have to build the right team that knows what to do, when to do it, and implements all of these things without you telling them to do so. If this puts you way outside of your comfort zone and you're like, man, I wish I do not have to deal with this, I want you to weigh the alternative. And the alternative for most lawyers is simply mediocrity. Most lawyers, most law firms are not profitable, they're not valuable, they cannot be sold for substantial sums when the principal decides to retire or is forced to retire due to health condition or whatever may happen. So weigh those alternatives, and while learning these things may be challenging and puts you outside of the comfort zone, this will have the highest payoff. So focus on this, develop your business acumen, build the right team, and you will be developing, or you will build a substantial and valuable law firm rather than just continue working in the business by practicing law.